Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday the 28th of November 2022. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Star Spinner Tarot for today's reading, and I'll show you some of the cards before I actually use them. But this box design is great because it has this little ribbon, so you can just pull the cards out like that. Okay, so let's have a look. So I don't know what this style is called, but it really works for me, this deck. I think it's super interesting. Okay, so let's see what these cards have to say then about Monday the 28th. Hope you've had a good weekend, and let's see what this day is in store. Okay, first card is the Ace of Swords. That's really a great sign when it comes to the way you see the world, your ability to make decisions, what you're communicating, what you're planning and getting organized with. Swords is the element of air, and that's a masculine element that has to do with getting your ideas out there. So you feel very confident about your way of thinking, how you've created meaning out of particular situations, and you know that you're right as such. The good news, this being the Ace of Swords, is that the likelihood of you actually being right are very, very high. Next card. Oh, wow, the Ace of Wands. Okay, so an ace card on its own is a blessing from the universe. It's a gift because you get so much of the element that you're the boss of it, that you get the best part of it. In this case, it's a sword, like that's your trophy. Here, it's a magic wand. So, as symbols, these are things that contain a lot of power and that can totally shape the world. So a sword, you go to war with it, and if you're really good at wielding it, you end up as the king and you rule many, many people. If you have a magic wand, like a fairy godmother, you can wave it and make anything you want real. So these two cards are saying that you have all the power in the world, and I really mean that in the sense of air and wands being fire. They're both masculine elements. Wands has to do with your life purpose, what you're passionate about, and what you want to wave a magic wand over and change it. And swords is my ability to plan and to be confident in my decisions and to go out there and to make an impression on the world. I've never, in all the years I've been doing these daily readings, had 3 wand cards. Let's see if that's possible. Nope. We've got the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords is a minor arcana card. You can see he's got quite a severe look on his face, and he's kind of stealing these swords under a cloak away from a camp. And there's a dark kind of moon in the sky, almost a new moon, crescent moon, which is very much about doing things in the dark, cloak and dagger, or sword in this case. Also the sense of a new beginning. So that's kind of interesting, because if you are making a fresh start and you're starting out by doing something that you're not proud of, I mean, he wouldn't be hiding under a cloak if he wanted the world to know that he was, liberating these swords from their owners, as he might put it. The whole endeavor is going to be to contain that energy. And that's, I think, the warning that goes along with these 2 wand cards. Because whenever anything is extreme, so here you've got extreme insight, extreme confidence, and a sense that really there are no problems. You can overcome anything. And that feeling is priceless. I mean, you can't buy that. If you could, you'd be a gazillionaire. The warning is, because you're being blessed so much, is to keep the behavior really not a blemish on it. The warning is not to do anything underhanded that will catch up with you later. You've got all the energy in the world that you need. If someone says, yes, we can do this, but you know, under the table, you're going to have to slip me $1,000 for me to put in a good word with my boss or something, don't do it. That may seem in the moment, everyone in the room is okay with it, but you know it's not okay. And that's the kind of thing that will catch up with you later. Or if you are really you're starting your own business, and you and your lawyer, you decide you're very confident about the business, you're genuinely into it. But your lawyer comes in, I'm blaming the lawyer, not you. So the lawyer comes in and says, well, you know, actually you should put a clause into the employment contract that people, I don't know, can't quit before, this is really sinister now, but can't quit before 6 months, which I don't even think is legal. No, that's not legal. And then the lawyer says something like, well, then, you know, the comfort level in the office isn't as relevant because people have to be around for 6 months. You know, something really like nasty and dodgy like that people do all the time. If something like that comes along, please don't do it because it will catch up with you. And also, fundamentally, it catches up with you because it's bad karma. And what you put out, you get back. So stay in the light. Don't use the power for something nefarious. And the reason why it seems like a reasonable option is because it seems to cut a lot of time and effort and red tape. It just solves a myriad of problems, but really it doesn't. It's just, that's the reason why you would have problems. So it's an amazing day in terms of what you can achieve in your life purpose. Also, swords being air and this being fire. What is it that you want to wave a magic wand over? You can see that today. And, you know, I'm just thinking, what's the real life equivalent of a magic wand? The real life equivalent is sitting down, asking yourself, what is it that's important to me? And then saying, this is how I'm going to go about doing it. So it's like, how am I going to get from here to the little castle on the hill where I want to be? And let me make sure that everything I do on this day, I'd be happy if it appeared on the front page of a newspaper. If a journalist came along and said, hey, you've got this amazing castle on a hill, can you tell us the story of how you got here? So that you can tell that story without having to omit anything. That's the key here on this day. So what is it? It's like Spider-Man would say, sorry, but with great power comes great responsibility. Number-wise, we've got 1 and 1 is 2 and 7 is 9. 9 in numerology is spirituality and completion. So you can really make it happen for yourself. It is a new beginning. Just don't let the new thing, think of it as a carpet that you're weaving or a tapestry or something. If there's one dark thread in it, the whole thing is going to be colored by that, literally. That vibe, that energy is going to be a part of the greater whole. So don't include anything that you're not proud of. You don't need to. You don't need to take shortcuts or make underhanded deals or exploit anyone. Okay, so I hope you've been warned. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to order your reading with me. I use astrology, the tarot, and numerology in my personal readings. If you have any questions about your life purpose or how to manifest what it is you want, or even if you want a second pair of eyes as to what the plans are, and you've got 5 and you want to pick which one works most naturally with your chart, your natural gifts and abilities, or if you have any questions around specifics, relationships, work, finance, what's coming up in future, travel, anything at all, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share it online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.